how hard it is to get your kids to put down the gaming console and play outside. But is it an innocent pastime, or could video games have a darker side? 68% of Aussies now play computer or video games, with studies showing 10% could be at risk of becoming addicted. Last year, Aussie spent over $1.7 billion on games, and more boys than girls play, but the number of girls is increasing, and some kids are missing out on sleep and school because they often play games for up to 16 hours at a time. Joining us now is child and adolescent psychologist Dr. Andrew Campbell. Good morning to you, Andrew.
Good morning.
16 hours, that is unbelievable.
It is, isn't it? It's really quite unhealthy, and we've seen that growing in the population of kids aged 6 to 17.
What effects do you think too much gaming can have on a child?
Well, the one thing that we've noticed the most is that sleep deprivation is the first thing, but sleep deprivation leads to poor eating habits, poor hygiene, poor social skills, and it has connections to depression and anxiety.
What about the actual games themselves? Some of them can be extremely violent. What effect do you think they have on the users?
Well, the violent games themselves are sort of a big concern to us. We can see that they are letting people learn skills about socialising in an appropriate way. So aggression is obviously one of those things, bullying, and also carrying it over into their real life, although we haven't seen a lot of connection to a specific game, to a specific behaviour.
Do you think that blurs the lines between what they're seeing on screen and reality, about what's acceptable?
Certainly for the younger children, absolutely. For older children, there's a little bit more of an understanding that, you know, this is inappropriate behaviour, but for younger children, we're seeing some modelling.
So how can you tell when just a little bit of innocent game playing has moved over into an addiction?
One of the things we first see is that responsibilities and social ties start to be severed. So going to school refusal, and not wanting to go out and hang out with friends, those are the two biggest things. And the next thing we notice is actually an unwillingness to be around the family. They simply want to be locked away and just play.
So what do you think is the right amount that a child can spend playing games and still maintain a healthy life with enough balance in it?
Well, it's a very good question. That there's no scientific study that says this is the right amount, but I tell my patients that really you should look at it in moderation, just like any other fun activity. If you're watching TV or movies or doing something that's really not productive but fun, do it for a couple of hours, maybe in a day. But truthfully, with gaming, because it takes a lot of cognitive skill, I would actually say maybe once or twice a week for 2 or 3 hours.
So what's your advice to parents who are battling this every single day between games and Facebook? I think parents are at the point where they are just tearing their hairs out.
I think it's like anything that if you see your child doing harm to themselves, you have to be a very strong parent and you have to set boundaries and guidelines.
Tough love.
Tough love.
Make that backyard attractive.
Absolutely.
Okay, thanks a lot for that, Andrew. Really good advice there, Carl.